7 Little Johnstons. Fans lash out at Amber and Liz for blatant lies. Liz and Amber Johnston don't have a great fan following due to their annoying and toxic behavior. Fans feel that the mother-daughter duo are big liars. The 7 Little Johnstons viewers are already upset with the way the duo has been dealing with Bryce. They believe the reality TV star is not giving him the space to grow as a father. Amber and her daughter, Elizabeth, are slowly becoming the most toxic stars of the series. Hence, fans feel that Liz is turning into a new version of her mom. They have never supported Amber because of her habit of controlling everything about her family and making it all about herself. Over the years, Amber received criticism for controlling her kids' and husband's lives. But why are fans calling Amber and Liz liars? What have they done? Why are they so upset with the duo? 7 Little Johnstons star Bryce Bolden has been living with the Johnston family for his daughter Layton's sake. He is struggling to adjust to the family and receive respect. However, the reality TV star seems unable to spend some time with his own daughter. Recently, a Redditor pointed at a scene in season 15 where Liz pulled Layton out of Bryce's arms. She noticed that her baby girl was having a good time with her daddy. Still, the TLC celeb ripped the baby out of her partner's arms. Fans didn't like the way Liz took the baby from Bryce. They couldn't understand why nobody let him have some daddy-daughter time alone. Some of them also felt Elizabeth should let her partner become a dad. They noticed how Trent and Amber insulted him for not becoming a responsible dad. Liz and Amber Johnston often receive hate for their annoying behavior. Fans believe that the mother-daughter duo has so many similarities. However, fans find Liz equally irritating, like her mom. Now, they feel that the reality TV stars are big liars. Recently, a Redditor pointed out how the family publicly lies that Liz is a registered nurse. The OP stated, "Can we make a big point that Elizabeth is not a nurse, yet they act like she is? It's ridiculous." Fans have been discussing it for a long time. A user looked at the medical license in GA, and there was no Elizabeth Johnston on the list. Another user felt it could only be possible if she had a middle name or had her certificate from a different state. Liz has proudly added her designation as something in ultrasound. She didn't specify her role or degree on her Instagram. So, fans felt she was definitely not a nurse. Moreover, a different user said, "I was binge-watching episodes last weekend, and Amber clearly said, 'Liz is a registered nurse.'" Hence, fans felt Liz was nothing but a copy of her mom, Amber. Some even felt that the whole family lies on TV to gain sympathy and fame. Others noted that Liz calls herself a medical assistant on LinkedIn. 7 Little Johnstons. Why fans compare Bryce to a beaten dog. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that has sparked quite a bit of conversation among fans of 7 Little Johnstons. If you've been following this beloved TLC show, you might have noticed one recurring theme. Fans often compare Bryce Johnston to a beaten dog. Now, before we get started, let me clarify that no actual harm is being implied here. It's more about his personality and demeanor. So why do people make this comparison? Let's break it down together. For those who aren't familiar with the show, 7 Little Johnstons follows the lives of the Johnston family, who all live with achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism. The family consists of Trent and Amber Johnston and their 7 children, including Bryce, who is the 3rd eldest son. Bryce stands out for several reasons. He's known for his quiet, reserved nature, which contrasts sharply with some of his more outgoing siblings like Jonah or Elizabeth. While he may not always be the center of attention, Bryce brings a unique energy to the family dynamic, one that many viewers find both endearing and intriguing. So, why exactly do fans compare Bryce to a beaten dog? It's important to note that this phrase isn't meant literally. It's a metaphorical way of describing how Bryce sometimes comes across on screen. Here are a few key traits that contribute to this perception. First, there's his body language. Bryce often appears timid or unsure, especially when interacting with others. You'll notice him shrinking back slightly during group conversations or avoiding eye contact. This behavior can remind people of an animal that's been mistreated and is now wary of its surroundings. Second, Bryce tends to take a lot of teasing from his siblings, and while they clearly love each other dearly, the constant jokes at his expense can feel overwhelming. Think about it. If someone were constantly poking fun at you, even in good humor, wouldn't you start acting a little defensive or withdrawn? Finally, Bryce rarely asserts himself in situations where he might feel uncomfortable. Instead, he seems to internalize his emotions, which only adds to the impression of someone trying to avoid conflict at all costs. To fully understand Bryce's role in the family, we need to look at the broader dynamics within the Johnston household. With 7 kids, things can get chaotic pretty quickly. And while chaos can be fun, it can also leave quieter personalities like Bryce feeling overshadowed. Take Jonah, for example. As the youngest boy, Jonah is loud, energetic, and always ready with a joke. His antics often steal the spotlight, leaving Bryce to fade into the background. Meanwhile, Anna, the oldest sibling, is confident and outspoken, setting a strong example for her younger brothers and sisters. Amidst all these vibrant personalities, Bryce's introverted nature makes him stand out, but not necessarily in a positive way. His reluctance to engage in banter or speak up for himself can lead viewers to see him as passive or even sad. Now, let's talk about what fans are saying online. Social media platforms like Twitter and Reddit are filled with discussions about Bryce and the beaten dog comparison. Some fans express concern, wondering if Bryce feels neglected or unappreciated by his family. Others defend him, pointing out that he's just naturally introverted and shouldn't be judged for it. One Reddit user wrote, "I feel so bad for Bryce. He's always getting teased, and you can tell it bothers him, but he never says anything." Another commenter added, "Honestly, I think Bryce is fine. He's just quieter than the rest of them. Not everyone needs to be loud to be happy." These mixed reactions highlight an important point. Every viewer interprets Bryce's behavior differently. Some see vulnerability, while others see strength in his ability to stay calm amidst chaos. One thing that's fascinating about 7 Little Johnstons is how much the kids grow, not just physically, but emotionally too. Over the years, we've seen glimpses of Bryce stepping out of his comfort zone. Whether it's pursuing hobbies like photography or spending time with friends outside the family, Bryce is slowly finding his voice. In later seasons, he's shown flashes of confidence that contradict the beaten dog stereotype. For instance, there was an episode where he stood up to Jonah after one too many jokes. Moments like these remind us that Bryce is capable of asserting himself when pushed too far. While the beaten dog comparison might seem harsh, it actually opens up an opportunity for reflection. Bryce's story teaches us the importance of understanding different personality types. Not everyone thrives in high-energy environments, and that's okay. Introverts like Bryce bring their own strengths to the table, such as thoughtfulness, empathy, and resilience. It's also a reminder to check our assumptions. Just because someone appears withdrawn doesn't mean they're unhappy. Sometimes, silence speaks volumes, and Bryce's quiet presence is a testament to that. At the end of the day, Bryce Johnston is a complex individual navigating life alongside his quirky, loving family. While fans may continue to debate whether the beaten dog comparison is fair, one thing is clear: Bryce is an integral part of the Johnston clan, and his journey is worth watching. So, what do you think? Do you agree with the comparison, or do you see Bryce differently? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. 7 Little Johnstons. Amber and Trent slammed for terrible behavior with Bryce. Are they trying to control his life? where we dive deep into reality TV drama and family dynamics that keep us all talking. Today, we're unpacking one of the hottest controversies surrounding 7 Little Johnstons. Amber and Trent have been slammed for their behavior toward Bryce. Fans are up in arms, asking if they're trying to control his life. So grab your popcorn because this is going to be a wild ride. For those who don't know, 7 Little Johnstons follows the lives of the Johnston family, parents Amber and Trent, along with their 7 children, 5 of whom have achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism. The show has always highlighted the challenges and triumphs of raising such a large family while navigating everyday obstacles. But recently, things took a dramatic turn when fans noticed some troubling interactions between Amber, Trent, and their eldest son, Bryce. Bryce, now a young adult, has started carving out his own path in life. He's moved out of the house, started working full-time, and even begun exploring relationships. While these milestones should be celebrated, it seems like Amber and Trent aren't handling them quite so well. Some viewers feel that instead of supporting Bryce's independence, they've been overstepping boundaries, and fans aren't happy about it. So, let's break down what happened. In recent episodes, there were several moments that left fans scratching their heads or outright upset. One standout incident involved Bryce wanting to make decisions about his personal life, only for Amber and Trent to step in aggressively. In one episode, Bryce expressed interest in pursuing a romantic relationship. Instead of offering guidance or encouragement, Amber reportedly shut him down immediately, saying something along the lines of, "You're not ready for that yet." Meanwhile, Trent chimed in by questioning whether Bryce could handle the responsibilities of dating at all. Now, I get it. Parents want to protect their kids, but Bryce isn't a kid anymore. He's an adult. And telling him he's not ready without giving him space to figure things out himself, that feels more controlling than caring. And trust me, the fans noticed. Social media blew up after these episodes aired, with many people slamming Amber and Trent for their actions. Let's take a look at some of the reactions. Amber and Trent need to let Bryce live his life. Stop treating him like a child. It's so frustrating watching them micromanage every decision he makes. He deserves freedom too. They preach about independence but act like helicopter parents. Hypocritical much. These comments reflect a growing sentiment among viewers. Amber and Trent may talk the talk when it comes to empowering their kids, but their actions suggest otherwise, at least when it comes to Bryce. But before we jump to conclusions, let's try to understand where Amber and Trent might be coming from. After all, parenting doesn't come with a manual, especially when you're raising a big family with unique needs. Amber and Trent have always been protective of their children, which makes sense given the challenges they face due to dwarfism. They've worked hard to ensure their kids grow up confident and capable. However, sometimes love and protection can blur into control, especially when parents struggle to let go. It's possible that Amber and Trent see Bryce's newfound independence as scary, not because they doubt him, but because they fear losing the close-knit dynamic they've built over the years. Still, that doesn't excuse dismissing his feelings or undermining his choices. One thing that stands out is how differently Bryce's journey seems to be treated compared to his siblings. Take Anna, for example. She's also ventured into adulthood, moving out and pursuing her dreams, yet she hasn't faced the same level of scrutiny from her parents. While Anna receives words of encouragement and support, Bryce often gets met with skepticism. This situation raises an important question: how do families balance fostering independence while maintaining strong bonds? It's a delicate dance, and unfortunately, Amber and Trent seem to be stumbling here. Letting go is never easy, especially for parents who've poured their hearts into raising their children. But part of being a good parent means trusting your kids to navigate the world on their own terms, even if it means making mistakes along the way. Bryce is at a pivotal point in his life. He's learning who he is outside of the Johnston household, and that process requires patience and understanding from those who love him most. By constantly stepping in, Amber and Trent risk stifling his growth rather than nurturing it. So, what's the solution here? Well, communication is key. Amber and Trent need to sit down with Bryce and have an honest conversation about expectations, boundaries, and mutual respect. They should acknowledge Bryce's maturity and celebrate his achievements, no matter how small. At the same time, Bryce could benefit from expressing his feelings openly, helping his parents understand how their actions affect him. Ultimately, this is a chance for the entire family to grow closer, not further apart. If handled correctly, this conflict could strengthen their bond rather than weaken it. At the end of the day, the Johnston family reminds us that no family is perfect. We all have our struggles, our disagreements, and our moments of tension. But it's how we address those issues that truly defines us. What do you think? Are Amber and Trent crossing the line, or are they just looking out for their son? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.